So, they're saying the Bible supports genocide. Now, we need to put things in context. Now, if you're going to talk about the Bible, you need to look at God as a whole. What are all the things that says the character of God? And we know he's merciful. We know he's about redemption. We know he's about love. Even Jesus said, don't refuse the children to come to me. So you need to look at the Bible in context, because even the Torah, many people that are in the Jewish faith will even tell you that it's not genocide as we see. The definition of genocide now is that you want to wipe out a whole nation. But what we see in the Bible is actually about their worship. More than the nation, it's because of the worship of the Canaanites, because of the worship of the Amalekites, the evil that they were doing with their worship and how they were, not just because they were a certain type of people. That's the difference with genocide now, where people want to kill people for being a certain type of people. And if you want to look at the Bible, actually even then, it's like, think about if you're trying to save that of mercy, you're trying to save a certain people, and you know there's a disease that will spread. Now, will you say someone's wicked if he takes that disease away from some so that you can save the rest? Like, you need to look at the whole story of the Bible. Like, there's wickedness in somewhere, and God knew that it's better to get rid of this wickedness before it kills you off. And imagine the Jews didn't even kill off this people, and this worship that these people are doing, the Canaanites and all that. And now look, the Jews barely survived. So if you look at the whole plans of God, he knew that if you don't get rid of these people, you will not survive. And it's not because the people are a certain type of people, it's because of the wickedness, the evilness they were doing. And some will even, now this can't be fully in the Bible, but some will even say those people saying to destroy, there is theory that some of them were from giants. Some of them was their Lephrium, what's it called? A Nephilim, and they were from giants, like they were even fully human. But even if we ignore that, what is clear in the Bible, because we need to go with what's in the Bible, what we know is God gave these people years, like I think it was even 400 years before his judgment came on, I think, the Amalekites and stuff like that. God is a merciful God, patient God. Like, he warned people, he gave them time to change. But you see, when the corruption comes to a certain point, and the worship is going to defile Israel, the worship that the people around them is going to not let them stay strong and let them survive. So you need to get rid of certain diseases around them, and that was in that time for a purpose. So it's not now we can say, oh, God says genocide is okay because he told them to do this and that. Then look, you need to look at the context of he needs to get rid of this worship of evilness. And the Canaanites, they were killing children, they were doing all types of sacrifices to their gods. Like, the Israelites were not meant to mingle with these type of people. So in the long scheme, the grand scheme of things, because of mercy, God knew that you need to get rid of certain practices from amongst you. And then some will say, what about children? Now think about, like, there's one, we don't know the accountability age. We don't know, like, imagine what we call death, but these children going up to God. And even in the grand scheme of things, he knows that these children will end up being wicked like their fathers before them and committing all manner of evil. So is it better that they do that, or he takes them out before they experience for themselves doing the same evil that their parents are going to do? Like, people, it's a hard truth, but the reality is we don't know where children are going when they're innocent. There's many passages that you can infer that the Lord will take them because they're innocent. You can infer that, but there's some says, oh, everyone was born wicked. Everyone's born wicked, so we don't know the ways of the Lord. But at the end of the day, what we know is this grand scheme of things, his salvation, his mercy. Anything he does is just. Anything he does is for a bigger picture. So you have to look at a bigger picture before you're trying to say, oh, Christian Bible is not good either because God told them to kill babies or this or that. And if you check it, it wasn't even clear cut. Even people that are scholars and read the Quran, read the Bible like that, they won't say it's clear cut that he told anyone to kill babies like that. It's more about the worship and what the people were doing, because we know what is in the Bible is that they did take some with them. They didn't kill everyone anyway, but even if you're saying he killed some, then we have to look at the fact of, is it better that you allow people to do evilness, or in God's judgment he takes them to be with him, if he's taken to be with him, or he's saving people and we can't perceive the good things of God. We can't perceive the wisdom of God. So we want to see what we want to see, but we don't see the reality of how God sees the bigger picture.